Hey guys, it's Bonnie. Long time no talk. You're all like, who is this bitch? Cause where have I been? Not here. But today I'm here to do a non-spoiler review for the book that now has like the best cover ever. The Unexpected Everything by Morgan Matson. And if you're wondering why it has the best cover, do you see the dogs? Do you see the dogs? The dogs. The dogs. The dogs. This book was 100% a cover buy for me. Like, I've read Morgan Matson's books before, so I knew that I liked her writing, but I just went into this completely blind. I had no idea what it was about. I even pre-ordered this just because I'm like, this cover, I need it in my life. This book could be awful, but I would keep it forever because it's just the most fun, summery cover that I've ever seen. And the dogs. The dogs. But onto what this book is actually about. The Unexpected Everything follows our main character, Andy. I'm assuming that's supposed to be her. She is the daughter of a politician, and the politician kind of has a scandal that goes on, and so instead of going away to his job in, I think it's Congress or something, so instead of going to his job for the summer, he is going to be home, and Andy is not used to that. She's used to just kind of being on her own with like a babysitter or whoever that her dad hired because her mom has passed away, and she normally isn't used to like rules or just any really real supervision. She's just doing Andy. Andy has her whole summer planned out. She's going to go to this great program for the kind of like profession that she wants. I think she wants to be like a doctor. And it's going good. It's gonna be a good summer. Her dad's gonna be home, but you know what? She's not, so it doesn't matter. But of course, as the book says, some unexpected things happen and her summer gets flipped upside down. I really enjoyed this book. I'm not exactly sure why, but like immediately when I went into reading it, I was just really hooked into the story and into the characters. I think part of it might be because of her dad as like a politician. I've never really read about a politician's daughter. I don't know why that was interesting to me, but it was, even though politics really aren't a big part of this at all, but I was still really intrigued. Maybe it's because we're in a political season here in America, but I just found that really interesting. I found Andy as a character interesting because she has to, you know, always make sure that she's being the bright, young, great daughter of a politician, do no wrong, you know, that kind of thing. The novel really becomes kind of like a self-discovery kind of novel of just doing what you want to do, even if it's maybe not the plan that you thought you would have. And I really liked the overall message, because in the beginning, it's kind of like, I'm not sure where this book is going. We know that her plans are like flipped upside down and she has to find something new to do, but there isn't a lot of focus in the beginning, which would make me kind of like, where is this going? But by the end, I was really happy where we ended up. Another thing I really liked about this book is that it had a big focus not only on the romance that happens, but on one, just like doing what you want to do for you. Had a really great talk on like friendship and family, and I just love that there's more themes than romance, and that's like a common thing in Morgan Matson's book. She really ties in all the aspects of someone's life into a book. Speaking of the romance though, the romance in here was just, I loved Clark. He was such a great character. I loved his profession, his whole issue. I liked the dynamic between him and Andy because they're kind of decently different characters, but they blend into each other really well, and they just kind of bring out the best of each other, which is always good in a romance. Now on to some of the negatives, because there were a few of those. Some of it I felt was a little unrealistic, like the reason that she's no longer able to go to the program that she had signed up for. It seemed a little unrealistic to me. Like, I don't think that would actually happen. Like, I don't think it's a spoiler to say what it is, because it happens really early on in the book, but just in case, I won't mention it. But if you have read it, it's a little unrealistic to me. I was like, would they really be like, yo girl, guess what? It was also a little slow at some times. I mean, that's a big book. This is a contemporary, and it's like, what, over 500? Yeah, so, you know, it's big. It had a few slow parts here and there. Nothing that was like too slow where I was like, oh my god, I can't get through this, because obviously I did. I got through it, but it could have moved on a little faster. There was also some kind of predictability-ness to it, like there'd be things that are being like hinted at, I'm like, oh, okay, that's gonna happen, and then like 300 pages later it actually happens. Like there was so much build up to things that were just obvious as to what was gonna happen, so I was like, I don't know, I feel like sometimes I can't really tell if that was done on purpose, like, oh, you're supposed to be able to see where it's going, but I guess I just like to be surprised, you know? I don't like too much foreshadowing. I'd like it just to be a little more subtle, you know, not like, oh, hey, this is gonna happen, because then it's just, I'm just waiting for that thing to happen, you know what I mean? Overall, I think I gave this book a 4 on Goodreads, but I'd probably give it like a 4.25. Other than this, I've read Amy and Roger's Epic Detour and Since You've Been Gone by Morgan Matson. I would say that Since You've Been Gone is my favorite, then The Unexpected Everything, and then Amy and Roger's. Not as big as a fan of Amy and Roger's as everyone else. I mean, it was good, but yeah, I think it does it for this review. I mean, obviously my favorite thing about this book was the dogs. She's a dog walker. It's a big part of this book, and it's amazing because dogs are amazing. Dogs are like too good for this earth. I don't know why we were blessed with them, but at God, dog spelled backward is God, people. But that is all I have for this review today. Thank you for watching. If you've read this book, let me know what you thought of it down below, because I like to talk about books. That's why we make these videos. Yeah, that's all. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.